What's going on, guys? Think Wavey back again with some more GBO2, and today we're going to be showcasing the newly buffed Unicorn Gundam. Finally, but obviously this happened about 2 weeks ago, I think it was. So I'm a bit late on the video, but I had to cover it since it's my favorite suit. So what did they actually do with the suit? Well, they've made it a lot better in what the suit is trying to do, which is frontline tank basically, and do a lot of damage on the front line. So what do they do to help that? Well, number one, the freaking shield is back to 10k. Now everybody should know how toxic that 10k shield was back in the day, man. Like that alone, that plus with the awakening, like it was so hard to freaking kill. You know what I'm saying? So it didn't get the awakening buff back, but should I say it's HP? And yeah, they did nerf the damage reduction to 15 from 20, right? So it's not back to normal, should I say? But it gained other stuff, which another thing was an extra 10 melee. So now it's 60 melee in NTD. This build right here, I'll get to the build. But what else did they do? They actually increased the downswing modifier for the dual sabers. So the dual sabers now pretty much are close to the bayonet, and there's another skill right there that helps it in the front line. The power accelerator. As you seen, you clash with the new. You can't mess with Unicorn in the front line no more. You can't clash with him and get away with it. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to counter. So now he's a little bit more scarier, right? Because your options are now just counter or dodge roll away or something from his melee or something. So unless you go parasite yourself, yeah, you're not gonna be competing with Unicorn in the front line. So what does that do? That actually brings Banshee Norn down a little bit because now Unicorn is much better at doing the frontline stuff. Banshee Norn, if you got unicorns in your team, and like say you're the only Banshee or there's two Banshees, I would recommend to play more behind the unicorns because they actually have a 10k shield. They can actually tank stuff. You don't have an actual shielding. It's only 30% damage reduction to beam weapons. So it's not as good as Unicorn. So Unicorn actually now is tankier than the Banshee Norn because yeah, you do get HP back with the Banshee Norn. So it's kind of like it's kind of even, but I feel like reliably Unicorn's gonna be the better frontline, right? Because doing damage, getting in with melee with the Norn to actually get your HP back and all that and stay alive, so you kind of are tanky. That's actually more skill based now, right? It's like, are you skillful enough to get in and consistently do that? And that's not gonna be the case when you play against good players. So that's why I'll say Unicorn is definitely the better frontline than Banshee Norn is now. And as you can see, the melee damage is actually disgusting. This build actually has basically 100 damage, right? 100 melee damage. Is that Delta Plus got basically 3-piece beam magnum, and I down swung him twice. So he got struck by a teammate with beam magnum, and then I down swing him for 7k each or something. I don't know what the bayonet was slightly more damage, but it's pretty much similar now because they buffed the dual sabers. So yeah, this suit is absolutely it shreds. Like it's like It's just like the anime now, where he shreds the Kasatria apart, like with his with his shit. So yeah, it feels a lot more scarier now, and I was like, look at that. Yeah, no chance. You just can't do nothing, bro. Like, you just have to take it. If I catch you and we clash, GG's. You know what I'm saying? That's basically where the unicorn is now. Like you just don't fight it. It's hard to fight, and like here, right here, I don't understand what happened. I actually downswung. I took no damage. I'm pretty sure I took no damage. I downswung, and he got the priority somehow. Like we're both the same priority. We should. I was expecting the clash. That's why I didn't go for a counter, innit? So I was like, what was that? But the game just acting funny. I as well, right? I'm trying to test how hanky. As you can see, I'm not taking any damage. Now my shield blows off. So I was just saying, like, let me just feel how tanky this thing feels like with the shield back to normal. And even when the shield off, we're gonna see how many shot. This build, I tried to make it, have max melee, but also be tanky. So I've got around like 35 beam and like 39 melee resistance, right? And then I whacked in the psycho frame, which gives you the 3% reduction for HP, right? Which is basically damage reduction for all stats, right? And this was basically a test run just to see how it felt like, and I felt like I'm taking hits, man. The shield and like the build was pretty good, and I've got max melee. I've got, to be specific, I've got 93 melee, right? But I've got the special the melee specialization program, which gives you the 5%, and that 5% is better than having the flat 7 melee, which would the flat 7 would put me to exactly 100, but to get wiggle room so I could add in more stuff for HP and thrusters and all that, like I took obviously the plus 7 out, and just obviously the plus 5 costs nothing. It just takes away 500 HP away from you and 3% from range, which this new unicorn like build is purely melee anyway, so I don't really care about the range. Even though the beam magnet still hits pretty hard, like, well, I still hit for 3,300 something like that. Like, the freaking shrapnel still hitting like a truck. I mean, that is the freaking Sazabi, so it's gonna hit like a truck anyway. But yeah, like with that 5% is actually making my melee resistance actually higher than 100% melee. 100%. I said 100 flat melee. So yeah, we hitting hard, we tanking, as you can see, because of the shield, and like the build is actually working with it. I was just testing it to see how many hits I could take before I could downswing that new gunman, but he got me in the end. But yeah, man, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. God bless.